According to an American author, motivational speaker, and the chief executive officer of the highly acclaimed Ford Institute, Kelly Casco, integrity isn't a destination. It is a way of life. It is an internal guidance system that will never guide you astray. Stay real to yourself. Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Muhammad. On the program today, Bawa meets EFCC staff and charges them on discipline. Students of Prime Scholars School pay an educational visit to the EFCC headquarters, Abuja. The Eagle crew spoke with some staff of the commission on their expectations from the new executive chairman. And we also have a special report on how a Nigerian youth went all out humble and legit to earn a living. Stay tuned as we bring you this and more reports right after this timeout. We start today's program from the court, where the ongoing trial of Abubakar Ali Peters and his company, Nadabo Energy Limited, for an alleged 1.4 billion naira fraud before Justice C.A. Balogun of the Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos, has continued, with the chairman of the EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, making history as the first executive chairman of the commission to give evidence in court. Martha Ete has details on this.
Led in evidence by the prosecution counsel, Seidu Ate, the EFCC boss further gave insights into the alleged fraudulent activities exposed by the investigation, stating that the email correspondences of the defendant have been analyzed. He said investigation reveals that the defendants, contrary to their claims, took about 6 million litres of PMS on board MT St. Vanessa and the same quantity from the mother vessel MT Every Dickey to their chartered vessel. Bawa said the email further confirmed that the same quantity was discharged at Port Harcourt. In addition, the email also showed that one Mr. Jide Akpan was the agent of the vessel. Bawa had last year appeared before the court as prosecution witness. The EFCC had accused Abubakar Ali Peters and his company Nadabo Energy of allegedly using forged documents to obtain 1,464,964,978 naira 24 kobo from the federal government as oil subsidy after allegedly inflating the quantity of premium motor spirit PMS purportedly supplied to 14,000 M. After listening to both parties, Justice Balogun adjourned till April 28th and 29th for ruling and continuation of trial. Martha Eche for The Eagle.
The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, has charged all staff of the commission to be disciplined and dedicated to their duties. In his first interface with staff at the headquarters zonal office and the EFCC Academy in Cairo, upon assumption of office, the EFCC boss expressed delight at the goodwill exhibited by staff over his appointment. Again, Martha Ete tells us more.
Bawa said though staff are happy to have him as chairman, he would not tolerate indiscipline in any form. He called for a renewed commitment towards the anti-graft campaign by all staff and assured that he would operate an open-door policy. The anti-graft czar further disclosed that a directorate of intelligence would soon be created as a hub to boost the commission's investigation activities, adding that regular training for staff will also be prioritized. The session was interactive as staff were allowed to ask questions and give suggestions. Martha Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
Still in the euphoria of having a new chairman, the Eagle Crow had a chit-chat with staff of the commission on what they expect from the chairman. Here are what they had to say.
Our expectation from the new executive chairman and the person of Abdulrashid Bawa is we look forward to him to take the fight against corruption to the next level. And our expectation for him is to make sure that he succeeded in the fight against corruption and to look at the issues of indiscipline within the system, how he can remedy it. And
we expect him to be fair. We expect him to be just. He is somebody that is woven in the fabric of this commission. So we are under no illusions of his capabilities. We know that he is most capable of taking us to the next step. So our expectations are quite high, and we know that he's going to reach them.
Well, the expectations are high, but it's laced with a lot of confidence because he's been with us in the EFCC for a very long time and knows our growing pains as a commission until this time that the commission has come to maturity. So we expect innovative leadership. He's a young man, he's dynamic. We expect dynamism in our operation. We expect that the commission will have a cutting edge, will be sharp in the way it functions. In our investigation, we expect it to be smarter and faster and more evidence-driven. We expect prosecution to be the same way. We expect to be moving in leaps and bounds within this administration. Rather, we are also confident that it will happen.
Well, my expectations are, I expect the new chairman to have a commission that is technologically driven to build this institution, which will help the commission as a whole and also serve the public better. And this will also improve our own professional expectations from the public.
The expectations are very, very simple. So many expectations as well, but I'll just give list three. And first is to drive a new corporate culture for the EFCC. The EFCC needs to have an identity across board. Yes, now we know that the EFCC has over 14 zonal offices across the country. We should be able to be identified whatever office you find yourself. And now secondly is the issue of welfare, condition of service. It's very important. And I believe that the chairman will be able to do something on that. And thirdly is the issue of investigation. We have had issues where the EFCC has been accused of media trial. So I expect that the chairman would look into that, and our investigations will be more maybe professional and intelligence-driven. And I think these are three basic areas I expect the chairman to work in.
Okay, I expect the new chairman to digitize EFCC the way he says he's going to digitize it, to bring about e-governance, and so there will be easy workflow and everything can be accessed with the click of a button with time, because he's a young man and I know that he promised to do all this, and I'm sure and he's capable to do it.
Well, coming from a professional background, I'm a trained professional in IT world. So my expectation is, with the way I heard he's into digitizing things, he's a digital person. So I'm the happiest person on earth, him being on that chair. So for the fact that I believe it is going to be a stepping stone for us to come up with our innovations and ideas.
Well, I mean, with the first of all, I feel it's an opportunity for us to say a big congratulations. Having one of us to be the chairman, it's first of its kind. Well, from the body language, you can tell the morale is high, and I mean, we expect nothing but success, full-on success, and that's it. The staff, they're driving towards that, and That's just it. We're happy. This is coming during our time, and would give him the necessary support that he requires.
Well, it is our hope that the new chairman will live up to expectations and beyond, as we pray everybody will accord him all necessary support to see that economic and financial crimes and all its attendant evils are brought to the knees in the country. Anti-corruption education for young people is one of the cardinal roles the EFCC plays in the lives of the younger generation to catch them young and avail them the opportunity of knowing the damages corruption plays in the development of the country, what corruption is all about, and how they can become foot soldiers. This was the case when students of Prime Scholars School Kara Abuja paid an educational visit to the EFCC headquarters Jabi Abuja. Here are details of their visit.
The Acting Director, Public Affairs Directorate, Hajia Aishalari Musa, has urged Nigerian students to shun all forms of economic and financial crimes and embrace hard work as the way to success. The Acting Director, who was represented by the Head, Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit of the Commission, Nwanyime Okeanu, made the call when students of Prime Scholars Secondary School visited the Commission. The Director, who highlighted the efforts in ridding the country of corruption, urged the students to shun all vices and be good ambassadors of Nigeria.
The youths are the future leaders of tomorrow. But how can we be leaders of tomorrow if we begin today to be involved in exam malpractice, in cultism, in all those vices, those social vices that takes away your reasoning to know that, look, I want to be a doctor, and to be a doctor, I need to study very hard. I want to be an aeronautic engineer, and to be that, I need to study. I don't need to cheat in class. But when you study, and you write well, you do what? You pass. I'm not going to stand here to talk to us about all the types of economic crimes, because the very fabric of all those economic crimes have been mentioned here. So what I will tell you is that as young people, you need to begin to understand that your future is where? In your hands. That growing up, for you to determine to be the president of this country today, you have to start today to work, to study, to understand that Nigeria needs you, even as you need Nigeria. So here in the EFCC, our call on you today is to be up and doing by what? Eschewing all forms of corrupt practices. Do not get yourself involved in exam malpractice. Do not get yourself involved in cultism. See something, say something. That is our slogan here. And when you say something, something will be done about what you're talking about.
The students were briefed on the workings of the EFCC and lectured on the fact that corruption is detrimental to Nigerians. Opportunities were given to them to lend their voices in the fight against corruption.
My name is Muhammad Abubakar Sadiq. I'm a student of Prime Scholar School in SS2B. I want to leave a message for parents. Please, parents, you should make sure that you have brought up your children with moral upbringings, because our children are the future leaders of tomorrow, so as to make sure that our country will not have corrupt leaders.
My name is Peculiar Wilade, a student of Prime Scholar School, and I'm here to talk about how corruption has affected us. Okay, so for example, our healthcare system, people go to the hospital and they have one sickness or the other, and the equipment to treat those illnesses are not available. And this is not because we don't have, the funds for this equipment have not been provided, but those in charge have misappropriated the funds due to corrupt acts, and due to this, it affects people's health, and some people even end up dying from such kind of things. And this is just one way out of the many ways corruption has affected us. Thank you.
And I'm here to talk about how corruption affected us. In case, I'm here to talk about the admission of school, universities. Some people will get admission into school, but In case of people in higher places will change the slot meant for you and be given to their children, like these politicians nowadays, their children will not be educated likewise, but some people who will train well will not be given the job. So this is how corruption has affected us. So we should work hard and be smart in what we do.
My name is Dorothy Akubu, SS2C. I'm representing Prime Scholar School. So the message I have for our leaders is that they should improve like the economic growth, and we should stop corruption, because we learn from our leaders, and when our leaders are corrupt, Nigeria is going under development, and we need to make our country more developed. So the advice I have for our leaders is that please we should stop corruption.
Highlights of the event was the presentation of enlightenment materials to the school and a tour of some EFCC facilities. Martha Eche for the Eagle.
Nigerian youths are known to be innovative, creative, and hardworking. There is no educational degree requirement to make income, but a willing spirit to be resourceful and ready to take risks to grow something big out of a little, knowing well that the little can become a great fortune. Rather than become volatile with the get-rich-quick syndrome that can lead to crimes such as internet fraud, advance fee fraud, and other related crimes, we can gainfully be self-employed, which can bring about economic diversification and reduce over-dependence on government. And that's why on The Eagle today, we'll bring you the story of Michael.
Employment is a state of having a paid job or a state of being hired by a company or employer, while crime is an action or a mission which constitutes an offense and punishable by law. Over the years, people have complained that unemployment and harsh economic conditions are why people venture into crime. As much as many look forward to being gainfully employed, others are experimenting with talents and hard work to make even more by turning around enterprises into commercial successes from what was an idea. This is the case of some young Nigerians who are but seeking for legitimate means of income to survive. The Eagle today is X-raying self-employment among Nigerians, most especially the youths, who are more vulnerable to internet fraud. The Eagle team caught up with 24-year-old Michael Iloduba, who gave us an insight into how he started his water business to help him survive.
Okay, my name is Michael Iloduba. I'm from Anambra State. I was born and bred in Lagos. Okay. I grew up in a family of 6 in numbers, my parents and 4 siblings. Okay, I came out of secondary school 2013. But I did not write YJ 2013, I wrote 2014. Okay. Due to lack of funds, my pa no get money, my man no get money. My pa na driver, while my man a petty trader. So due to no money now, I can't drop school. That 2013. Can't write YG the following year. For money where I take work, save. Now I take write YG the following year, being 2014. So since then now, I wrote jam actually that 2014 to gain admission into Unilag. I actually got admission, but there was no money to go to school. I talked to one of my friends, be driver for Lekki here. Say, bros, I bet me find driver work. No, sir, I be drive. Maybe my 50 the seafood, the chop. So the guy can say, he no fit guarantee me work, but if it direct me where I go see work, now he can direct me go Silver Bay. That day I come up for house around 5:30. If you check with my body, woman abroad. Woman abroad, na 500 naira. If you turn me upside down, anything na 500 naira man. So from where I stay for a job. That like say they go by that side. So from where I stay, I manage 300 naira from that place reach CMS. That was after 5 in the morning. It was to 6. From then I still get 200 for pocket. I can't begin trek from CMS down to Silver Bed. I no see work. I can't trek from Silver Bed. Person directly from Silver Bay go Eko Hotel, but I go see all the security job. I can't trek from there go Eko Hotel from Silver Bay because I don't see work. From Eko Hotel now I trek down to Lekki Togit. Also I never chop money food. Hungry they tear me, but that's one that I see the whole time because na my last hope. So when I trek come back to CMS, don't go after 4. I just sit down for 7 minutes, think wetin I wan do. That day I wear suit na, see na driver work I dey go find. But that my guy tell me say I got dress. So I tell am say no wahala, that one na my thing na, sabi dress well. Cause suit na wetin dey use bring us up. Talking, you wear polo you go talking, you wear shirt you go talking. So now I come sit down for that same minute, dey think wetin I wan do with that 200. Beg I no fit beg. I feel like if I beg, I go dey shame, shey you get. Now I come think wetin I fit use this 200 do. That pure thing just hit my mind. I forget say I wear suit to my brother. Now I come see all these small children wey dey work pure water, I come call am, he come show me where he take dey buy the pure water. I come go there, I come go meet the baba wey dey sell pure water, say baba o abeg this pure water wey I wan sell fit dey sell for me. He say okay no wahala, say na 130 he dey sell per bag, 130 naira. Say but as I no get bucket, he go give me for 114 naira, that's 10 naira for him bucket. I say no wahala. I give me 16 naira change. So I just dey come out for the man shop like this. That corporate water just hit my mind. Make I say I wear suit, shey you get. So I just wan see how the thing go be. I just say my sell pure water since nobody know me here. I just gather my transport go out, na him be initial plan. So I just come outside, corporate water. In less than 10 seconds, that one bag of pure water don finish. Can you imagine? People wey dey sell pure water sef drop their own, dey buy from me. Baba wey sell pure water to me buy from me sef. Can you imagine? This one na good business o. Now I go carry again. I say come reach that kind 6 o'clock. Na baba na him come use the mouth tell me say pure water don finish, pure water no dey again. I go say okay no wahala, tomorrow I go come again. Because I don already know say I don see work like that. So na so work just start with that. When I calculate my money, I fast calculate money, I first go chop. You get one tantalizer wey dey here. I go chop better rice and chicken. Baba that rice and chicken na the first better food I chop is this year. Can you imagine? I go chop rice and chicken, I come fly back from same say reach where I dey go. So that means when I see reach house, I still get like 1,800 naira again. Can you imagine? For pocket, minus my 200 o. Still get like 1,800 naira for pocket.
Michael further disclosed that the need to make it in life never pushed him into criminality, but rather the need to carve a niche for himself.
Now I work for myself. I mean, I go take beat up my targets. Shey you get. So if I set target for myself, say okay, this target make I meet 20 packs of bottled water, then 20 bags. Anyhow where I put am, I go meet am, and I go see my money.
He disclosed how his source of income is able to sustain him through school and even help his parents.
Now they pay my school fees now. Yes, my parents fit do anything. So that one, all of us na public school now we go. Person no get money pay for primary, na university won't get money pay for. So as today now, if they offer you job, if they offer you corporate job, now make you work. I no want work. I want open my own corporate pure water company. I want open pure water factory. Yes, I want open my own factory. No be to go work for person. Any school where they go now to acquire more knowledge. More knowledge. Yes, so to go work for person. Yes, to take boost up.
Michael advised the youths to desist from criminality and go legit, as there is always light at the end of the tunnel.
Number one, which I go first talk, na cyber crime. That one no dey pay at all, because during the course of this thing, I get many friends wey dey tell me say, Baba, drop this thing, go do, come with teach you how to do all this Facebook cyber crime. I say no, I don't want the thing. I don't want the case whereby my mama go see me for television, say na police na here arrest am, say him go station because of one motive wey him go do. So even when my mama sef see me say I dey do this one, I don't tell her. They say I go out, I don't tell her say I don't see work. He just see me that pizza I don't see work. Yes, my pikin don't see work. I tell her say I don't see. Yes, I don't see work. You know this is na pure now they say. Now like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, now him person tell am say I see your pikin, see him picture. Mama call dey cry. Na tears of joy. Say at least they see pikin they do something great. Don't be waiting the poor uncle from your hand.
I am Martha Eche for The Eagle.
Well, that was very inspiring. Take charge of your life, be like Michael, and this is from Economic and Financial Crimes. And that's how we draw the curtains on today's episode of The Eagle. Someone once said, and I quote, "The wind might cause a kite to rise, but what keeps it up there is the fact that somebody on the ground has a steady hand." End of quote. You have to hold steady your values, your integrity. It's your anchor. If you let go of that, well, it won't be long before your kite will come crashing down. Do the right thing, always. To be part of this program, send your inquiries and suggestions to the Eagle at efccnigeria.org or search and follow us on all our social media platforms at official EFCC. You can also send your petitions to info@efccnigeria.org and can speak with our representatives on 099044 or 0909-3322-644. My name is Aisha Muhammad, and from all of us here, it's goodbye, stay safe, be kind to one another, and God bless Nigeria.